All right. Hi, hello, how are you people? I miss you as much as you miss me. I want to thank you for subscribing and following us on all our media platforms. Thank you so much for those of you that have subscribed to our YouTube channel. Yet again, my name is Isaac Mugera and I am a senior agronomist with the Agro and More Agribusiness Developers Limited. If you like our content, we'll appreciate when you like, share, invite a friend, let's get this channel growing. I thank you so much. Like I told you, you are the reason as why we are now 500, making 600 in no time. Like I'd promised in the video that I posted just the other day, I'd promised that I would come back and give a few tips on how we can go around making business out of farming in this present and changing climate. Things are changing almost on a daily, and we don't want you to be caught off guard. You don't want to look up in the things that our parents made business out of. Okay, now the world of agriculture is progressively and continuously advancing every other day. Just know every time you put your head down, there's a new fertilizer that's going to be released on the market. Every time you put your head down, there's a new seed, there's a new variety, there's something that has been added in the world to the world or industry of agriculture. So you don't want to stay back, into what we grew up growing. You don't want to hold on to the open pollinated varieties of the vegetables that we are growing, because now we have better. We have plants that can grow a bit quicker than the time they used to take in the past. The case in point, for those of us that are from Uganda, we are familiar with the pumpkins, okay? It's a common delicacy among the people in the central. I think generally I can see around the whole of Uganda. But pumpkin is now turning out to be business. Have you thought about it? Can you for a second pause and think about how much you would have to invest in an acre of pumpkin and versus the returns that you're going to get in the end? What are pumpkins used for example? Pumpkins are used to make baby foods, and the trend of making baby foods is constantly increasing because there is a growing need to improve the nutrition among the infants, okay? And because there is a need to improve nutrition among the infants, these are things very rich in iron and the vitamins, and because of that, it is good business. You don't put in a lot for as long as you have space. I'm talking in terms of our brothers and sisters who are in Uganda. Before, growing things like cabbages, it used not to make sense. It used not to make a lot of business sense if somebody was growing cabbages, and for anything, anybody would choose to grow tomatoes over cabbages. But as we are speaking today, at the garden, what I would say farm gate price, cabbage is now 800, 1,000 a piece, and you don't really have to tie yourself on the tomatoes, you tie yourself on the ginger, you tie yourself on the passion fruit, all those things that are consuming, that need a lot of capital. These things are simple. I mean, the cabbage takes 2.5 months. And how much, and what does it need? Just simple basic fertilizer and managing the pace, And before you realize, in your 2.5 months, you are way ahead. By the grace of God, as we progress, I should be able to share a video on cabbages and how we can make money, real money out of cabbages. Today, I'm just giving you hints, Like I mentioned with the pumpkins, I've also mentioned with the cabbages. Now, for those of us that are in passion fruits, and those of us that are in tomatoes, and those other vegetables that put on fruits, with technology, we can now enhance the size of our fruits, okay? Yes, you have grown your tomatoes, you have fed them, you have given them the fertilizer, but they are not giving you the shape that you want. In the market, we are interested in the bigger size. The bigger, the better. If you have bigger tomatoes, they will be consumed faster. If your passion fruits are of a big size, they'll be consumed faster. But how do we get the size? Okay. Naturally, the plant needs certain elements that are responsible for the size of the fruit at the end. But these elements have not been so much of a concern when they were mixing those blends of fertilizers that we were using in the past. We're just focusing on the main macro elements, you know. It was about the NPK and maybe a bit of magnesium and then calcium. Those are the things that we used to pay attention to. But those were just, you know, to help the plant establish in terms of the rooting, to help the plant improve its immunity, to enhance flowering, to deal with the flower abortions, fruit abortions and stuff. But there's not many products that we're focusing on the fruit size, or maybe those products were there, but as farmers we're not, you know, paying attention to it. But now, as you are planning your irrigation or your fertilizer application schemes, it's important that you also begin to plan on the size. There's many products on the market, but today I'm just going to mention a few. For those of us that are in fruiting vegetables, this product is called Microfood All Crops. It works for most of the flowering crops, you know. If you are talking tomatoes, if you're talking biringanya is eggplant, eh? If you're talking intula, white intula, green intula, if you're talking even passion fruits, this is what you ought to use. And actually, even when you're talking potatoes, sweet potatoes, the Solanaceae family, I think that's what I should say, a bit technical, but yeah, the Solanaceae family, if you apply this product, it's just going to help you get a better size for your product, for your fruits. And yeah, don't mind the guy, he's okay, he's doing his business. For us, we should continue with us. Yes, now that the guy has gone with this Katunguluka Lukumi, I want to quickly talk about this and I'll close our video for today. This product is again manufactured by Bukola Chemical Industries, and it's called Microfood Cassava. They use cassava as a symbol, but it works on most of the rooting, most of the plants we consume as roots. Call them root tubers. So are we talking about sweet potatoes? Are you talking about the cassava? Are you talking about yams? And you want to enhance their size, okay? Apply this product. For it to give you maximum results, you should apply it minimum 3 times. But if you can do 4 times, the better, at intervals of, we can say 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks on the crop, okay? These products will help you enhance the size of your tubers. So with that, my dears, I want to close this chapter here and now, but please stay tuned and I'll be uploading many more clips. Today's episode was just about, you know, opening your eyes to other avenues of making money. Today I've talked about the cabbages. I've also talked about how you can make money from pumpkins. But I also want to mention, you know, sweet potatoes, batatas, you know, it's also becoming real business with very mild input. And with products like these ones, where you can enhance the size, sweet potatoes can actually make now very good business. Today as we speak, corn is becoming very impossible to raise because the seasons have changed, and as at the moment people are just praying for the rains to come. But sweet potatoes are one crop that they are hardy. Even when the sun is out there, they would manage and maneuver, and they will still give you some tubers. So if you ventured into them as business, I promise you would not regret it. A bag as we speak today in the market is going for 150, you know. And of course I wouldn't hesitate to talk about the cassava, you know. As kids are, you know, going back to school, the food demands are becoming too much, and what was their daily meal, which was posho. Posho is maize flour, for those of you that don't understand our local dialect. Posho is becoming expensive, or maize flour is becoming very expensive. A kilo today is going for 4,000, and in some places 5,000. So schools may not be able to keep up with the pace of feeding, feeding our siblings with the posho as they had earlier on been doing. So that means they have to look for alternatives. And what are the alternatives? It is the sweet potato, it is the cassava, it is these cabbages that they have to put in bins. A kilogram of beans is going for 5,000. That's a lot of money, you know. So my dears, I don't want you to have your eyes tied onto the passion fruits and the watermelon and the ginger. No, even these other crops can still give us very, very good incomes if we embrace them. So I beg to end here. My name is Isaac Mugera. In case you have any questions, please drop it down in the comment section. In case you have liked the video, share it, invite a friend to invite a friend. We shall keep this information coming. But we thank you so much for those of you that have subscribed. In case you are new on this channel and this is your first program you're watching, please remember to subscribe. But I want to sign out here and now. Thank you.